Hello and welcome to Ani's Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Masked Ball. The grand ballroom of the Eldridge estate shimmered with opulence, a dazzling display of wealth and mystery. Masked guests twirled across the floor, their identities concealed behind elaborate disguises of feathers, silk, and sequins. The annual masquerade ball was in full swing, a night where secrets were as plentiful as the champagne flowing from crystal flutes. Among the revelers stood Holly Arnold, a young detective with a sharp mind and an even sharper eye. Her mask, simple yet elegant, adorned with black feathers, framed her face like a raven's wings. She wasn't here for pleasure. Rumors of a planned theft had drawn her to the event, but as she sipped her drink and scanned the crowd, an uneasy feeling gnawed at her. Something darker loomed beneath the glittering surface. Suddenly, the collective gasp shattered the revelry. Holly turned to see a man in a golden mask and velvet cape stumbling near the grand staircase. He clutched his chest, his eyes wide with shock behind the mask, before crumpling to the floor. The music screeched to a halt, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. Holly pushed through the stunned crowd. "Someone call a doctor," she shouted. She pressed her fingers to his wrist, no pulse. As the host, Lord Eldridge, arrived, his face pale beneath his ornate mask, Holly took command. "Everyone, step back. We need to preserve the scene." Lord Eldridge nodded. "Who are you?" "Holly Arnold, private detective," she replied. Whispers buzzed through the room. "A detective at the ball? How intriguing." Holly examined the body with care. No blood, no obvious wounds until her gaze caught a tiny puncture mark on the man's neck, just below his collar. Poison. She filed the observation away. She rose, addressing the crowd. "Did anyone see what happened? Did he say anything before he fell?" "I was dancing near him. He seemed fine. Then suddenly he looked panicked and collapsed." A man in a lion mask added, "I thought it was a jest at first, but he didn't rise." Holly nodded. "Can someone remove his mask?" Lord Eldridge hesitated. Gasps rippled through the room. It was Victor Harrington, a renowned art collector and philanthropist. "But this is terrible." Victor was a dear friend. Why kill Victor Harrington? And why here, amid the masks and merriment? She turned to Lord Eldridge. "I need a list of all guests and their costumes. No one leaves the estate until we resolve this," he agreed. With everyone masked, identifying the culprit would be a challenge, but Holly thrived on challenges. Her wit was her weapon, and she intended to wield it well. The investigation begins. Holly slipped away to a quiet corner, consulting a floor plan she'd obtained earlier. The ballroom sat at the estate's heart, flanked by a library, conservatory, and dining hall, with balconies and alcoves offering countless hiding spots. Perfect for a murderer. Back in the ballroom, she studied the guests. Some trembled, others gawked. She needed suspects. Approaching the woman in the peacock mask, she asked, "Your name?" "Isabella Rossi," the woman replied, hesitant. "Did you know Mr. Harrington?" "We were acquaintances. He supported the arts. I'm a painter. Anyone with a grudge against him?" There was a rumor he acquired a painting dubiously. Some called it stolen. Marcus Duval, another collector, was furious he's here, wearing a wolf mask. Next, she turned to the man in the lion mask. "And you, Edward Sinclair. Anything unusual before he collapsed?" "Not much. It was crowded. Everyone dancing, but someone bumped into him just before. The figure in a dark cloak and horn mask." Holly tucked that away. Witnesses mentioned Victor arguing earlier with a woman in a red dress, Lady Genevieve, a socialite known for theatrics. Holly found her by the refreshment table, her crimson gown a stark contrast to the crowd. "Lady Genevieve, you spoke with Mr. Harrington tonight." "Yes, we disagreed. It's not your concern. It is now. What happened?" "He owed me money, promised to pay tonight, then claimed he didn't have it. We argued, that's all." As she moved through the crowd, she spotted Marcus Duval in his wolf mask. "Mr. Duval, I'm Holly Arnold, a detective. I hear you clashed with Harrington over a painting." "He outbid me on a piece I coveted, but I wouldn't kill him for it." "Where were you when he fell?" "On the balcony, alone." Holly marked his unease. A scream interrupted her thoughts. She rushed to find a maid, ashen-faced, pointing to a spilled tray. "I found this," she stammered, indicating a vial labeled cyanide. "Premeditated poison." But how was it delivered? Clues and shadows. Victor had been drinking champagne before collapsing. Holly questioned the safe champagne came from a central table, but his glass could have been tampered with. The figure in the dark cloak and horn mask who bumped into him might have slipped something in. She needed that person. With Lord Eldridge's help, she gathered the guests. "Remove your masks." Murmurs rose, but Lord Eldridge backed her. "Cooperate. This is serious." Masks fell. The horn mask belonged to Thomas Green, a nervous young man. "Huh?" Holly asked. "I bumped into him by accident," he admitted. "Did you see anything?" A woman handed him a drink. A silver mask with feathers. Holly found her. Alina Price. "Did you give Harrington a drink?" "Yes," Alina said. "He asked me to fetch champagne. I didn't think much of it. Anyone tamper with it?" "No. I took it straight from the table. If true, the poison came later." "But why would Victor ask a journalist for a drink?" Holly pressed. Alina faltered. "We were involved secretly. He was married." Holly needed more. In Victor's coat pocket she found a note. "Meet me in the library at midnight. Come alone." Midnight, right before his collapse. In the library she found a hidden key behind a misplaced book. It unlocked a drawer in Victor's guest room, revealing documents of a forgery scheme. Victor had sold fake art, listing accomplices and victims: Marcus Duval, Isabella Rossi, Edward Sinclair. Motives abounded. The net tightens. Lady Genevieve admitted Victor's forgery cost her dearly. "I invested in his art." She claimed to be dancing with Lord Eldridge when Victor fell, but Holly doubted alibis. The cyanide vial traced to the greenhouse, its lock broken. Anyone could have taken it. Costumes might hold clues. Marcus's torn glove bore an almond scent cyanide. He claimed it was stolen. Thomas admitted bumping into Marcus too, suggesting a pickpocket. Then a maid found a dart under a table near Victor's collapse. A blowgun weapon, distance, not proximity, was key. Marcus, Edward, and Isabella all had blowgun experience. The dart bore the Duval crest, but Marcus denied using it. Too obvious for a killer's choice. Victor's 10-line clarified: library at 11:45 p.m., back by 12:05 a.m., dead at 12:10 am. Thomas met him there about his father's death. Victor knew something. Alina followed, arguing over their affair. Someone else lingered. The final unmasking. Holly gathered the suspects: Marcus, Edward, Isabella, Alina, Thomas, Lady Genevieve, Lord Eldridge. "I know the murderer. Confess, or I'll test for poison residue." Then Lady Genevieve stepped forward. "It was me. Victor ruined me with his forgery," she said. "I stole Marcus's dart, coated it with cyanide from the greenhouse, then shot it when he returned from the library." Holly asked. "For my dress, I suppose. The drink. I paid the waiter to poison it, but Victor didn't drink. I improvised. No other victims surfaced." Lady Genevieve was arrested, her confession tying the threads. Holly had unmasked the killer, her wit piercing the masquerade's veil. The ball ended in shadow, but Holly Arnold emerged as its sharpest light. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.